Hello everyone, once again. It's time for tea with SSD Moe and Susan. We're here with SSD Moe from Susquehanna Service Dogs and her litter of puppies that are 15 days old. And we're going to start off today with a normal way of life here at Peach Glen. The puppies pee on their box. And I just cleaned it about 2 minutes ago. So we will wipe that up. And the big news, well, there are a couple of big news. Of course, the puppies are growing. And the big news is that their eyes are really opening and that they are now progressing from the stage of being a little neonate, or as Nancy called them, larvae, which is really what they look like, to real dogs, real baby puppies. Come on, little girl. So the puppies are doing lots more by themselves these days, even though it's kind of hard for you to see right now. If you were watching a few minutes earlier, this little girl right here, she is exploring her world. Of course, then she got tired and was ready to take a nap. But if you watch the behavior, you can watch Red over here, Red collar. He is walking and he is actually exploring his environment, which is, oh, he's scratching, he's being a dog. But he is exploring. He's not randomly wobbling his head around looking for mom. He's using his nose and he's checking things out. And this is a new behavior for them. They're exploring their world. Remember, their eyes are opening. We'll show you in a minute. But they really can't see. But I think they're starting to see shapes and they're starting to be aware that there is a world out there. So they are starting to investigate it. And this is purposeful walking around it. Little Red is trying to do right now. And then remember, we have the box in here as an obstacle for them to get used to climbing up and over things. It's a different surface, it's a different feel on their feet. And now he's climbing into the pile with his brothers and sisters. They really don't care. They just climb over each other. But he is still checking things out. I think it's hard to, and now I think he might go to sleep. Oh no, he's still up. And he's looking around, exploring, figuring out the world.
He's licking the other brother.
He's licking his little brother. And little brother is going, "Don't bother me." And actually, the little girl over here was showing signs of actual playing, of interacting with another puppy. She'd open her mouth and bite at him. Now, this little puppy with the red is licking, and something just fell over.
My phone.
Oh, it was just a phone. And little blue is kind of irritated, but he just moved and went back to sleep. So one of the things that we need to do every day this week is to put a new surface in with them every day so that they get used to walking on different surfaces. This is a neurological stimulation for them that they're just going to their brains of going, oh, this is different. Process this, and next time they see it, they'll go, felt that, it's okay. And today we're going to put in a metal grate. Now, this has been from the last litter of puppies. After a litter of puppies leaves here, I take all their toys and anything associated with the puppies and dump it into a big pot, vat, whatever I have, of Clorox water and soap and disinfect everything. So this was Cloroxed once, but it's been down in the basement. And I'm just going to giving it a wipe over again, just to be safe. This may surprise some of you, but I was listening to a webinar today about chickens from Penn State, and they were talking about biosecurity. And that's what I'm doing right now. Is you might say it's a little bit of overkill, but it's not. It's being safe. And if something were to develop in the puppies, you could say, well, maybe it was this little grate here. Well, no, it wasn't, because I cleaned it, so you can eliminate that as a possible source of infection. So little red guy's going to, he doesn't know yet, but he's going to keep walking, and he's going to walk on this new surface. And he's going, oh, that's different. See how he pulled back? And the interesting thing is that he now has control over his body to say, I don't like that, and to leave. And he's leaving. That was very deliberate, and it's fine. And he's back, and then he goes, oh, this is a little bit interesting. Okay. Just kind of checking things out. Another thing that's interesting, and it's a dog behavior part, is that dogs, you would say, this little puppy now can walk on a wire grate. But if you go out into the real world and you go across a grate, the dog might say, no way. Dogs have to learn to generalize. So what these puppies are learning right now, do you want to wake up, little green boy? Green collar? No. What they are learning right now is learning about one particular experience. And with time and lots of exposure, a dog will learn to generalize a behavior. So that they can say, I felt this grate in this box, and now when they get to be 7 weeks old, this grate will be out in their big outside pen, and they can say, oh, this is that grate that I felt before. It's not really new. Just because it's around grass now, that's okay. And they will learn to generalize. Because one of the things that we do in temperament testing the puppies when they're 7 weeks old is to test them on several different surfaces. And the last litter that we temperament tested, some of the puppies had a hard time with some of the surfaces. And I talked to their whelper, and the whelper said, but I took them across grates outside, which was wonderful, and they did beautifully, which is wonderful. They should, that's great. But those puppies had not learned to generalize and be able to go across any grate. So what it was telling us, doing this temperament test, in that the puppies showed some hesitation toward these surfaces that day. But the other thing that we're really looking for in the temperament test is the question to ask, is the dog willing to give it a try? What is his innate temperament? Is the dog willing to give it a try when you ask it? Or does the dog look at it and say, no way, and go the opposite direction? And so we're really looking for a working service dog. You really need a dog that's willing to cooperate with you, to work with you. That is one of the attributes of a Labrador Retriever. Lots of dogs can do it, but a Labrador does it very well, quite often. So, and then the other thing that we're testing with the temperament testing is, okay, you won't go across this thing now with me asking you to go across this surface, but if I had food in my hand, would you go across it with me? And quite often the puppies will go, food? Sure. I'll walk across water. I'll walk across anything if you're going to feed me and pay me for it. So that's another characteristic that SSD is looking for, that willingness to work for food. Because of course their training is done with, is all food, with the clicker training. And little red collar guy said, I'm tired, that was a lot of exploring. Now little yellow collared girl here is waking up. Are you gonna wake up, little girl? Maybe. Oh, she got one foot on. She's trying to wake up, sort of. Bonk. So she may not realize it, but of course she's getting a tactile stimulation now that's going to her brain, that she's feeling something different. It's helping those synapses develop and help her to grow more of them. Oh, Red woke up. So you're seeing lots more activity. You're seeing this change from being a neonate into a dog. So this is the beginning of their 3rd week, so that's when that change starts happening, in the beginning of the 3rd week, which is really pretty darn fast, and to me, in the grand scheme of things. Now, we're going to try some close-ups here so you can see some eyes and have a little puppy look at you. Are you awake, little puppy?
I don't see anything.
Okay. Oh, now you got to yawn. Oh, it's hard work being a puppy. But their eyes are really open, mostly. I forget which one, but one puppy's only about halfway open. And they all develop on their own speed. I don't know why. But in the end, oh, more yawns. They're pretty good at that. It's hard work being a puppy. Come on, little boy.
His are closed.
And this guy's eyes are not open quite as much as some of the others. But I'll bet by tomorrow they will be. Who else? Come here, little guy. Oh, puppies. Are they open? Oh, there's another yawn. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Sleepy puppies. Sleepy puppies. Another change that's happening, and I have no idea why and why Mo thinks of it, is that when she nurses a puppy, you saw earlier, the last 2 weeks, she lies on her side and the puppies nurse. And we talked about how she needs to change sides so that the puppies can nurse off of a different row of teats. And then we talked about how the fact that she liked to lie on her right side, and those teats weren't getting emptied as often as they should be, and how we've kind of helped her along with that. So now Mo has, I don't know why, but now she sits and lets the puppies nurse, which is really a good thing because then they can do both sides at the same time. But I don't know why. And then eventually, in another couple of weeks, she'll be standing while the puppies nurse. And I don't know what triggers this behavior, but it is a very normal, typical behavior for these moms to do. Maybe it gives them more room and she realizes it, which is really pretty smart on her part for such things. What else do we have new today? Sleep. Remember, they're still babies and they're still growing, and they do a lot of sleeping. But hang in there with us. A couple more weeks, you'll go, "Whew, puppies, would you take a break?" I know I will be saying that, because they will be running around like active little puppies. So with that, we'll let these puppies snooze and take a nap. Pretty soon it's going to be time to have lunch for them. Mo's going to get lunch pretty soon. And that's all of our activity for today. So thanks for joining us. Don't forget to please continue to support SSD as much as you can. Everyone appreciates it, and it will allow these puppies to grow up and help someone with a disability. Thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Bye-bye.